and welcome to today's class. Today we are going to be working on a blood circulation flow. This is a great class for people who have been sitting for a long time, especially now that we're in another quarantine. It's super good to get up and move. And so this is a really flowy class, moving one breath to one movement the whole entire time. I do suggest that you guys bring a block. So you'll need your mat and blocks for today's class. If you don't have blocks at home, that's totally fine. You can not use any at all, or you can grab a book or a small box or something that you can put a little bit of pressure on, just because it'll be easier for certain poses to have that like kind of dip forward and pressure in your hands. Apart from that, grab your mat, get a smile on your beautiful face, and let's get started.
Today we're going to start standing at the top of our mats, feet hip distance apart, and you can bring your blocks about the same distance right in front of you. Gently find a nice standing position, slight bend in your knees, activation of your core. Roll your shoulders back and open your hands out in front of you. Close your eyes and take a deep inhale here, really feeling into your body. On your next inhale, gently bend your knees and wave your body all the way up till your hands reach the sky. And on your exhale, slowly bring your hands in front of you like if you were pushing the energy down, back down to the floor. Inhale, wave your body up to the sky. And exhale, bring the energy through your body and down to the floor. This time all the way down into a forward fold. Inhale, flat back. So this is where you can use your blocks or your books and just holding yourself. So flowing through here at your own pace. Inhales, flat back. Exhales, forward fold. Keeping your knees bent on your exhale. Inhale, gently roll yourself back up to standing. Bringing your hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees all the way down to the floor. Inhale, roll yourself up to standing, reaching your hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, down to the floor. And keep going at your own pace. Inhale, up to the sky. Exhale, down to the floor. One more time. Inhale, up to the sky. And exhale, down to the floor. Really keeping the flow with your own breath. Flowing with your body. And this time when you come up to the sky, interlace your fingers and bring your hands behind your head, opening your chest up to the sky. Draw your navel into your spine to activate your core. And we're going to do some circles with just our necks, keeping our hands behind our head, gently bring our head forward. And going to whatever side you feel called to today, to start making circles with just your neck, really trying to keeping the rest of your body static. It's normal if your shoulders start to move with it, but trying to move our neck singularly as much as we can. After doing 3 rounds to one side, gently switch and do 3 rounds to the other side. Keeping with your breath, deep inhales and deep exhales. During this practice, we really want to stick with our breath and move our body flowing with your breath. So when you're ready, you can start to incorporate your upper chest with your movement this time, doing 3 rounds with just your upper chest to one side. And when you've done 3 rounds, switch and do 3 rounds to the other side. Keeping your core active so that you're not moving your hips or your legs. It's really just the chest moving. Once you've done the three circles on both sides, inhale your hands back up to the sky and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, forward fold. Keeping soft in the knees, soft in the joints. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. And this time, inhale, come up. Exhale, sit back into chair pose, keeping the weights onto your heels. And so you're going to do a couple bounces here. So on your inhale, you're going to lift up into chair pose. Exhale, bring our hands back into airplane pose, like if we're shooting ourselves forward. So rocking our hands back and forth between a standard chair pose and chair pose with airplane arms, and just bounce yourself back and forth with each inhale and each exhale for several rounds. And then when you're ready, come up and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. And this time bring your hands down, all the way down onto the floor, and step back into downward facing dog, making sure that your four corners of the palms are nicely glued down onto the floor. Drawing your navel into your spine to lengthen throughout your spine. Your tailbone is shooting up to the sky. And in downward dog, you can bend one knee and the other, walking your down dog from side to side. And here, I really love to bring one foot behind the other, with each inhale and each exhale, lengthening and bending the leg to lengthen even further down my calf. So this is optional for those who feel like they need a little extra stretch. If downward dog is just challenging enough for you, just stick to normal downward dog. And each inhale, you're lengthening through up your tailbone and down your arms and your legs. And on your exhale, release and bring a slight bend into your elbows, into your knees. And keeping that wave going of lengthening with your inhale and releasing with your exhale. So take a deep inhale here, and on your exhale, you're going to bring your right foot forward in between your hands, and then you can bring your blocks back. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, bend your knees, and inhale, lengthen into pyramid pose. Exhale, release, push back up into a lunge pose. Release, lengthen into pyramid. So with each exhale, you're bending and you're lengthening up with the inhale. So up into lunge, release, lengthen into pyramid, release, push up into lunge, release. And slowly this time, instead of coming into pyramid, walk yourself to the center. Come back up, bend your knees, and we're going to do circles with our hips. 3 circles to one side, and then 3 circles to the other side. Remember to stay with your breath. Each movement is following your breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. And walk yourself to the back of the mat. So we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're on the left leg. So inhale, lengthen into lunge. Bend both knees. And then inhale, lengthen into pyramid. Exhale, release. It's okay if you fall over. That's part of the process. Making sure that your core is activated. By drawing your navel into your spine, that activates the inner muscles inside of your core, which will stabilize you when you're doing flows like this and the balance might not be there. So keep going between lunge and pyramid. Release, inhale, come into lunge. Exhale, and then this time coming back to center, bringing your blocks down in front of you. And we're going to pigeon toe our feet. So bringing our toes closer inwards, and then our heels are shooting outwards. And we're going to do some inhales, lengthen, exhales, release into forward fold. And this is a really nice, different kind of muscle stretch for our legs. So we're really opening our hips to a different angle here. Inhales and exhales, release. Slowly grab your blocks, come and square your right foot. Coming back into a lunge. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, release. Inhale into pyramid. This time, exhale, release. Inhale into lunge and parallel your back foot to the back of the mat into warrior two. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, coming into triangle pose. Inhale, coming up, reaching your hands up to the sky. Exhale, warrior two. And keep going at your own pace, inhaling, lengthening, and exhaling in triangle and warrior two. Really feeling the flow, moving between your legs, allowing the energy to move smoothly around your body. On your next exhale, coming into warrior two, gently grab your blocks and come to a wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, bring your hands up to the sky, bend your knees, and we're going to again do 3 big circles with our hips to one side, and then do 3 big circles with our hips to the other side. Inhale, bring your arms up, and then gently release, grabbing your blocks to square your left foot. Inhale, coming into lunge. Exhale, release. Inhale, coming into pyramid pose. Release. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, warrior two, paralleling your back foot to the back of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, coming down into triangle. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. So flowing through this several times. Pyramid pose. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, triangle pose. One last time. Inhale, lengthen. Warrior two. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, lengthen, coming into warrior two, grabbing your blocks and coming to a wide-legged forward fold again. And this time we're going to bend our knees. So we're going to inhale, lengthen both legs. Exhale, bend your left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your right. So keep going for a couple more rounds, just flowing at your own pace. Really allowing your breath to be your guide. And then slowly come back, square your right foot, and step back into a downward facing dog. Coming back to our gentle bends and lengthenings following our breath. One more time, exhale. And on your next exhale, bring your knees down onto your mat, toes come to touch into child's pose. Allowing yourself to release your breath and just breathe normally. You guys did such a great job allowing your breath and the movement to flow your body, to flow your blood and your circulation through your whole entire body. And gently bringing some weight into your hands and pressing yourself up back into a downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale and exhale, release, bringing your right knee behind your right wrist and your right ankle behind your left wrist. Deep inhale, reach up to the sky, and exhale, walk yourself forward into a forward fold over your right knee. You can grab a block here or a pillow or anything just to rest if you need something to put underneath your chest. Deep breaths here. Really feeling your body slow down after such beautiful movement you did today's class. One more breath. Release. And gently press into your hands. Flip your back toes. Lift your hips up to the sky and step back into downward facing dog. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So inhale, lengthen up. And on your exhale, bend your knees and bring your left knee behind your left wrist this time. Lengthen your right leg behind you, and you can quickly glance behind you to check to see if your hip, knee, and ankle are in alignment. Inhale, bring both hands up to the sky. Exhale, walk yourself forward, grabbing a block again or a pillow underneath your head or your chest. You can also bring a block or a pillow underneath your left hip to lift your hip up, to square your hips to the front of your mat. It's a different and a deeper kind of front stretch into the front of your body, especially on your right side. Deep breaths in and out here. One more breath. And slowly release, pushing yourself up, flip your toes, and walk back into downward facing dog. From your down dog, gently bring both knees down onto the floor, coming into a seated position. And gently find a comfortable seat. Take a breath here. And on your next inhale, bring your hands up to the sky. Exhale, twist to your right, bringing your left hand to your right knee. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, twist to the left. Doing this several times. Inhaling, coming up, twisting to the right. Inhale, coming up, twisting to the left. And just continue several times at your own pace. Finishing today's practice with a nice twist on each side. And last round. And exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale, bring your hands up. And this time bring them to your heart center. Thank you for taking the time today to practice with yourself. Just take some breaths now to just really feel into your body. Notice the difference between now and when you started today's class. Allow yourself to breathe and embed all of today's practices into your body. Thank yourself for taking the time to just take 20 minutes out of your day to really just feel and move, allowing circulation to flow through you. Gently bring your hands to your heart center. It is with grace and gratitude that the light within me bows and honors to the light within you. Namaste, and thank you for joining me in this class today.